Oh, when I was young, if you don't have a Nokia phone, you are done for it. I remember buying the Nokia Flip. Let me tell you a story. Imagine the guy, back in the day, right? Way back in the day, how did they get ice? Somebody got up from their house, went to the river, sawed up ice from the river during the cold seasons and brings it to the city, right? On a horse carriage. And then one guy said one day that that's stupid. We have electricity now. Why are we still going to cut ice from the river? I'm just going to produce a central factory, right, that produces ice, right? So he created an ice factory in the middle of town. And then one guy said, hold on, why are we going to this factory to go buy ice? Why can't I just make a refrigerator in my house and I can get ice? And he made this gigantic refrigerator that does refrigeration, that does ice. Then one guy said, that's too big. You can actually reduce the size and then make ice. Imagine the government saying they want to protect the institution of the guys that go to the river to go cut ice. We would never have developed. Imagine that they taxed to death the guy that opened the first ice factory, right? Imagine they taxed to death the guy that opened the first refrigerator or the guy that improved on it. They will be stuck in the hedges of somebody taking a carriage, right? Maybe a car now, we'll be using a car now to drive all the way to the river. And that means Africa will never get ice because there's no cold here. We'll never get ice, right? And I say that's why sometimes we just need innovation to thrive. Industries need to die. Actually, the laws of innovation says that people never skip curves. That means that one curve runs and another one runs perpendicular to that curve. And most times people don't jump curves. So the guy that was going to the river to cut that ice is not the same guy that made the refrigerator. The guy that made the first refrigeration in the center of town is probably not the same guy that made the first refrigerator, private refrigerator. The guy that made the first refrigerator is not the guy that, and it goes up like that. Back in the day, Nokia phone was the best phones. Oh, when I was young, if you don't have a Nokia phone, you are done for it. I remember buying the Nokia Flip, right? Right? Now it's iPhones, right? Now it's Samsung's S20 Ultra, right? That the technology is even too early for the apps. I have one of those phones, and sometimes my WhatsApp does not, it glitches, right? Because its technology is still ahead of even the App Store, right? And that's the future. That's the future. That right there is the future. And I think until Nigeria figures that out and allows things to thrive, where things in old institutions fade away, not because of them dying, but dying because of being obsolete. Things actually have to go obsolete for development to come. And I think we just need to embrace that. Right? Like the rails in America even went obsolete. Like really. How many people take Amtrak in America? Like not a ton compared to air travel, compared to road travel, compared to other means of transportation. I think, but in Nigeria, we kind of just hold on to history and want to just hold on to it forever. And that's why when you go to offices, people still fill in registers, right? I know I made a video this week about it, and some people were attacking me about, people, how can you open a tech company and you have a register at the front desk? A tech company, and you say, we build the best tech. Do you really? Do you really? So.